combustion
Those
engine.
aren't tankers, however. That's what you want to see.
Well, you know what though, as Stu mentioned, they have made such progress out there. Look, it's white smoke. You can see it. As just an hour or so ago, it just looked pitch black. From black smoke, orange flames. I actually saw black smoke coming in on the 101 freeway, traveling south from the 101, traveling southbound at Balboa Boulevard, and visible all the way to Laurel Canyon Boulevard.
You know, two of our reporters have said that it seems that the wind had let up. Let's bring in Garth Kemp, because Garth, I know we're still under a high wind warning, but is it typical at this hour that you see a let up in the wind?
Yeah, the winds come and go, as we've seen today along the valley floor. It took a while for them to start to pick up. Let me start you out towards Castaic. Temperature right now in Castaic, 80 degrees northeast winds right now, rolling in at 13 miles an hour, gusting up to around 20, and the humidity 15%. So obviously super dry out there, very arid into that area. Then over to Santa Clarita, getting a little stronger winds. It's a little farther south, so they're getting a little benefit of the compression. 80 degrees there, northeast wind 16 miles an hour, but we are gusting up to 27, and the humidity is down at 12%. This is what we're looking at. We'll see the winds once again pick up again this evening through tonight into tomorrow morning. We're going to change direction late on Friday, but you can see by about 9:30 tonight, 34, 35 miles
This
an
is
hour.
where
Towards Fontana, 36 miles an hour.
this is right about where you were talking about on your
40 miles an hour. This is by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
on your video,
Santa Clarita,
somewhere around there.
Again up to 44. Tomorrow should be slightly less than what we've seen today, but it's still going to be throughout the area. And then you can see by 5:30 we'll start to change direction. We'll lose the wind speed. We'll come way down 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15 miles an hour. Start to go out of the north-northwest. And then by Saturday, start to turn itself back on shore. Over in the Sepulveda Basin, as you get over the 405, you drop down in the basin. It gets down in that hole there. And of course, just to the south, there's a lot of homeless encampments over into that area. A lot
If
of
that
brush, but there's
picks
also
up,
the
all
golf
those
course
houses
there,
might
that
just
5K
go tonight.
that runs around it. So the structure immediately around there between Balboa Boulevard, Burbank Boulevard, and Victory Boulevard would be the golf course.
They're so close to the houses.
Golf course, which is a nice break. But there's a running path around that. And
who knows
all
if
on
it'll
the
take
north
those
side of that
houses
for about maybe a quarter of a mile. There's a lot of chaparral, a lot of weed, but there is, or weeds, excuse me. There is the clubhouse.
He said there's a lot of weed.
room over there by the golf course. And then as you jump across that, there's more grass as you go just over towards the west of Balboa. Tennis courts there. Problem is just southwest of that catty corner, right at the corner of Balboa and Burbank Boulevard, there's condominiums, there's some businesses there, and then that runs all the way out to Louise Avenue and to the north up, or to the south up to Ventura Boulevard. So they want to prevent it from jumping there. If you know Woodley and those areas as well, when you just come out of this,
it looks like it's just in the
101,
center of a bunch of houses.
There, that's a little bit of a break, but then
that's kind of odd.
And on the other side of that, to the south, there are a little more homes. But since this is offshore, the winds are being dragged along the surface.
There's more fires up here.
Over to the Santa Monica mountain range. So it probably took about 1 or 2 o'clock today before we started to pick that up into the Sepulveda Basin. But there's just a lot of loose garbage and a lot of weeds out that way. And then, of course, you have the Japanese garden and a lot of grass area there along with the lakes and that way. So it's bordered by the 405 and over towards Balboa Boulevard and down towards
close they are.
Burbank and then up to Victory Boulevard. And if they can keep it contained there, that would be a good thing. We'll have more updates coming up in a while. Back to you guys.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go out to Santa Clarita, where our Randy Page is talking with the fire chief there. Randy.
That's right, Pat. Chief Darrell Osby has been gracious enough to speak to us at this difficult time. I know you're busy. Chief, as the sun goes down tonight, there will be a lot of people who
are right at the edge of the houses.
How do they know what to do? What do you want people to be thinking about at this moment?
Well, we really don't want them to be lulled into the fact that if you're looking at the news right now, there's not a lot of fire behavior and activity, because we're expecting even stronger winds tonight. So